Dahl is in Canmore and has the latest on the situation there. Jamie?
So this is Cougar Creek, as you can see, coming down. This is where all the residents will be. Boats are here. You can see there are balconies and patios that are falling into the creek right now. There is a skating rink that is falling into the creek. The big concern right now is this bridge right here behind me. People are worried that this is going to go. You can look over here. When you point again, that's a hot tub. A hot tub is now floating down this creek. Cougar Creek right now, the situation is dire, and you can really feel for the people whose homes are sitting here on these banks.
Unbelievable.
Thanks so much. That's Jamie Dahl reporting there. Now we're going to turn to Global Sarah Offen, who can't get into Canmore right now because of the highway closure. She's stuck on the east side of Canmore on the Trans-Canada near Highway 40, where traffic has been snarled all morning.
Sarah joins us on the phone now. And Sarah, what are you seeing where you're at right now?
Well, we were actually taken in past the barricades, just returning to go to this blockade. But we were taken all the way into it, and so there is impassable. Water and debris, they are rushing over the road in a number of places. And just as we drove back east of Calgary, a number of floods and also poured out onto the road. Now, we also met a couple of residents from the Thunderstone rock quarry who say this water rushed into their homes. They say several homes there are flooded, and a number of people have been swept up into the ditches. Now, there are concerned safety of a man they saw on the other side of the rushing water and were unable to rescue. There is no word yet on that man's road. Highway 1 is completely wiped out. East shop, a backhoe was looking to try and divert rushing water in their road, but the water very quickly washed up around that machine, all that machine, and that operator was trapped at key stage only by climbing into the bucket of a second vehicle whose operator jumped in to help. Now, the rain is coming down very hard here. RCMP say even if it were to let up now, it would still take hours to check the integrity of the roads, to clean up the debris, and of course, Highway 1 is extensive repairs.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah. Sarah Offen reporting from along the Trans-Canada Highway near Highway 40 this afternoon. Now to High River, another hardest hit area. The Highwood River is rising quickly and overflowing its banks.
We're going to take a look at a shot of downtown High River right now. You can see this, the large areas of the town being evacuated, including the hospital. Jill Proto joins us now by phone from there. Jill, what can you tell us that's happening down there at the moment?
Well, this is just an unprecedented, extraordinary situation. The residents here say they've been here for decades, never seen anything at all like this. We were in, just moments ago, in a subdivision just south of the Highwood River where the waters are just flowing right down the street. Residents are actually stranded in their homes. That's how fast this water came up. They literally had no time to get out. The only way out at this point is for them to be transported in buckets of bulldozers that are trying to get through this rushing, raging river right down their street. Residents were only able to escape literally with the clothes on their back. We are now in a different situation, just in an area called the Little Bow Park. We just saw a vehicle floating down the street. It actually just went one right into the street. I mean, residents seem fairly panicked. A lot of them just say there was literally no warning. They did have some mandatory evacuations earlier in the day, but there were some sections where it was really an unforeseen circumstance. There have been two main evacuation centers set up. One, the main one at the Highwood High School. People are just really scrambling and trying to figure out the situation. It is still fluid. It is still developing. The only reprieve in sight right now is the fact that the rain has let off. So it isn't raining at the moment, but residents are still watching the river and saying that it's going to crest around 12:30. So they are sensing that the worst is still yet to come.
All right, thank you so much, Jill. Jill Proto coming to us from High River. Unbelievable images we're seeing there and surrounding areas. We should also mention there are several evacuation centers set up for High River evacuees, including the town of Nanton. Basin. People are being encouraged to go to the Tom Hornecker Recreation Center that is on 18th Street.
All right, well, Bragg Creek is yet another community under a state of emergency. The Elbow River is flowing nearly 15 times its normal volume. We have some pictures to show you of some of that right now, or Doug Basin. This is one picture from Bragg Creek coming to us from Pamela Rogers. You can see lots of debris across the highway. Water is coming up very, very close to the roadway as well.
And you can see, we've been seeing these images come throughout since the morning, even in Canmore images coming in from people on Twitter and email. And this again, all coming out of Bragg Creek, where Doug Basin is standing by and has been there throughout the morning and afternoon, and you're seeing the water levels just coming right up over top, and you can see even a pickup truck there stopping itself before heading into the water. As everyone double checking how deep. At some point we even saw earlier this morning shots at a Lethbridge with cars being submerged. Hard to tell how deep some of that water is, so everybody to take it easy out there and be cautious when on the roads for sure.
And stay clear of those waterways. Now, the County of Rocky View has declared a state of emergency for the entire municipality. Officials say flooding is also occurring in Bears Paw and along 84th Street, its eastern boundary with Calgary. Now, speaking of Calgary, all this rain has many watching the Bow and Elbow Rivers very closely. There are a number of high stream flow advisories and flood watches that won't likely end anytime soon.
And the city has activated its municipal emergency plan. Bindu Suri joining us now live with the latest on what is happening in Calgary right now. Bindu.
Scott, City of Calgary officials just wrapped up a press conference just a few moments ago. They updated us with what they know now. They're expected to be very busy this afternoon because they say they will probably evacuate residents along the Elbow River in Calgary. They are expected to do so. They don't know how many residents are going to be affected. That is all in the planning stages right now. Now, this is all because, as we've been showing you throughout the noon news hour, all of this water that's coming towards Calgary, and so they are planning to make sure that people are out of harm's way by the time that water gets to Calgary. They say that they expect that those water flow levels will exceed those of 2005. Now, in 2005, there was some major flooding that impacted residents, and they say they are expecting more of the same. This is the only second state of emergency, local state of emergency that has been called in the city of Calgary since 2005. So officials taking it very seriously. They have already started to deploy sandbags in certain areas of the city, particularly along the Elbow River in the Mission area. Again, they don't know which areas they're going to be focusing on for those evacuations. They know it will be along the Elbow River. They say there are about 25 people right now planning out exactly where those evacuations will be, but they say it will happen this afternoon. Again, the reason is because due to their calculations, the water flow will exceed those of 2005, and so they are preparing to make sure those residents are out of their homes. We asked if it was a mandatory evacuation. They say that they will be doing mandatory evacuations again later this afternoon. We will have more information for you about which residents will be impacted and when those evacuations will be underway. Scott, Cara?
Thank you so much for the update, Bindu.
You're welcome.
It's been